text, audio, and video news of the globe from Scientific Television. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe with us. Thank you.
Now listen to the headline news. Heavy police presence in Sydney for New Year's celebrations after Bondi attack. Isaiah Whitlock Jr., the Wire and Veep actor, dies at 71. Machu Picchu train crash leaves 1 dead and dozens injured. Eurostar services return to normal after major channel tunnel disruption. Thailand releases 18 Cambodian soldiers held since July. Tatiana Schlossberg, granddaughter of John F. Kennedy, dies aged 35. UK company sends factory with 1,000C furnace into space. Trump administration says it's withholding childcare funds from Minnesota amid fraud allegations. Gold and silver see roller coaster end to blockbuster year. Ex-Australia batter Martin in coma with meningitis. Guinea junta chief wins presidential election by landslide. Suspect confessed he planted 6 Jan pipe bombs, prosecutors say. Xi Jinping vows to reunify China and Taiwan in New Year's Eve speech. Israel to ban dozens of aid agencies from Gaza, as 10 nations warn about suffering. Finnish police seize vessel suspected of damaging underwater cable. Now listen to the main detailed news. Thousands of heavily armed police patrolled Sydney as people marked New Year's Eve following the tragic Bondi Beach mass shooting. The attack on 14 December targeted Australia's Jewish community during a Hanukkah festival, killing 15 people. New South Wales police deployed more than 2,500 officers, some carrying high-grade weapons. Official celebrations paused for a minute's silence, and the Sydney Harbour Bridge was illuminated with white light and a projected menorah to honor the victims. Isaiah Whitlock Jr., famed for roles in The Wire and Veep, has died at age 71 following a short illness in New York, according to his manager, Brian Liebman. Whitlock also appeared in Goodfellas, The Chappelle Show, and 6 Spike Lee films, including Black Klansman and Day 5 Bloods. Tributes poured in from colleagues and fans, highlighting his talent, warmth, and memorable presence, particularly his iconic catchphrase from The Wire. A head-on collision between 2 trains near Machu Picchu in Peru has killed a train driver and injured at least 40 people. The accident occurred on the single track connecting Ollantaytambo and Aguascalientes, with emergency teams transferring the injured to medical facilities in Cusco. Both Peru Rail and Inca Rail were involved. U.S. and U.K. citizens were among those affected, while hundreds of tourists remained at the scene awaiting evacuation amid difficult terrain. Eurostar and Le Shuttle services between the UK and France resumed after major disruptions on Tuesday caused by an overhead power supply problem and a failed Le Shuttle train blocking all routes. Thousands of passengers faced long delays, with many trains canceled, including services to Paris, Brussels, and Amsterdam. Overnight repair work allowed services to resume Wednesday, though passengers were warned of potential knock-on delays and last-minute cancellations, with compensation offered for affected journeys. Thailand has released 18 Cambodian soldiers captured in July during deadly border clashes as part of a ceasefire agreed on Saturday. Their release, delayed by a day due to Thai concerns over alleged violations, followed Chinese diplomatic pressure. The soldiers, dressed in civilian clothes, were handed over at a border checkpoint and greeted by well-wishers. The deal also allows civilians to return home and freezes front lines along the disputed border. Israel plans to revoke the licenses of 37 international NGOs working in Gaza and the West Bank, including ActionAid, Médecins Sans Frontières, the International Rescue Committee, and the Norwegian Refugee Council. The suspension, effective 1 January, will end their operations within 60 days. Israel cited incomplete staff data and alleged links to terrorist groups, while NGOs warned deregistration would block critical humanitarian services, affecting hospitals, nutrition centers, and water and sanitation programs serving hundreds of thousands of Palestinians. Tatiana Schlossberg, granddaughter of former U.S. President John F. Kennedy, has died at the age of 35. The family shared the news via the John F. Kennedy Library Foundation, honoring her memory. A climate journalist, she had announced in November that she was diagnosed with an aggressive form of acute myeloid leukemia. Schlossberg is survived by her husband, George Moran, and their 2 young children, Edwin and Josephine. Cardiff-based company SpaceForge has sent a microwave-sized factory into orbit, successfully demonstrating its furnace can reach temperatures of 1,000 degrees Celsius. The firm aims to manufacture semiconductor material in space, which could later be used on Earth in electronics, computing, communications, and transport. Testing is controlled from Cardiff, with images. The Trump administration has frozen $185 million in childcare payments to Minnesota after a viral video alleged fraud in Somali-run daycare centers. HSS Deputy Secretary Jim O'Neill cited the video in an X post, claiming widespread misuse of taxpayer funds. The department plans a defend the spend system, requiring justification and proof before sending future payments. State officials and regulators have reviewed the centers, with some already closed, disputing the allegations. Gold and silver have experienced dramatic gains in 2025, on track for their largest annual increases since 1979. Gold soared more than 60% to a record $4,549 an ounce, before settling around $4,330, while silver hit an all-time high of $83.62 and currently trades near $71 an ounce.